Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. In previous videos I've shown you my restoration of a vintage Star Wars snowspeeder which I did for Rareberg. This one in front of me is the test one that I did while working on the Rareberg one. As you can see, it's actually not such a nice condition snowspeeder, but it was perfectly usable for doing my tests and that. And while doing the test I realised that I've got a few X-Wing Lukes like this one here where the insignia have rubbed off, and so it's just a plain helmet with a red stripe on it. So I thought it'd be quite nice to see if we could rework the insignia to make them look like the original ones that we have here. Also in previous videos I've shown you how to repair and replace the Imperial insignia that you see on ATST drivers and ATAT drivers. So this is going to be using the same technique. So what I've done is in Photoshop I've created a set of replacement of these little insignias. You can see here, here's the Rebel one, which is now exactly the same size as the one that's on the helmet, and I've printed these out onto a clear vinyl sticky back printer paper so that I can then cut these out and stick them onto the figures. I'll put this file available on my website so that if you want to do this for yourself then you can go and have a go. But first up I want to make this guy look a bit more like Dak Rattler than the Luke Skywalker looking one that I have here. So Luke has the red insignia on his helmet and Dak actually has a blue one. So part of this printout I've created some little blue ones. So let's go ahead and cut these out, stick them on the back, and then we can make this guy look like Dak and he can sit in the back of the snowspeeder. So first up I just need to cut a few of these out. I'm going to use some small scissors because these are quite fiddly to do and you have a little bit more control with a small set of scissors. So because I want this guy to look like Dak, I'm going to use the blue ones. I've actually created a few different colours here. We've got red, blue and black, a few different sizes as well, and some of the more well, it says it's slightly more detailed little Jedi logo there in case you wanted to make some different sort of custom figures. So let's cut the blue ones out to start with. So here we have the two insignia. They're very tiny, so I'm just going to use a pair of tweezers to carefully tweezer off the backing. I'm going to use another figure here just to sort of work out how I should line this up so that these match the same stylings as the original figure, and that one should go just about there. Like so, and as you can see that actually looks pretty good. It's quite a nice placement, and the once it's stuck in place you can't really see that it's on a little decal rather than printed straight onto the helmet. So let's replace the one on the other side and we'll look at the final result. So I just need to place this on the other side and get it to line up so it matches, it's in the same position. Like so. And so here we have the two final figures. This guy on the left has the original insignia. I've not done anything to this. This is one of my figures from my childhood, so I didn't want to update that at all. And this guy now on the right, I've replaced those insignia with printed out ones, but in the Dak Rattler styling. So I now have two different looking figures to go in a snowspeeder, Luke at the front and Dak at the back. So let's put these in place and we can see how they look inside a ship. And so here they are sitting in the ship. It's actually quite nice to have just that subtle difference on the helmets there. It does make them look like two different pilots rather than all being the same, which is a bit of a problem always with these Luke X-Wing figures, that they do just look all a bit universal and generic. So it's quite nice just to have a little bit of variation there. So if you want to make some of your own, I will put this file available on my website so you can print out some red, black or blue versions. There's also some different sizes on there, and also the Jedi one in case you wanted to add that to any of the figures. And it's a nice easy way of making some sort of custom and variation figures to go in your X-Wing pilots. Hope that's been of interest, and thanks for watching.